Well, Mike, welcome to the McPherson Opera House. How are you?
I'm good.
Well, tell me about the concert this evening. It was a heck of a deal.
Well, this is part of a 3-day tour. We're going to play at the Roxy in Wichita tomorrow, and then we're going to play at the Tulsa Jazz Hall of Fame. This particular group came up here 2 years ago and played for the opening of that convention center or the city center at Lynchburg. And it's a great group. I work with 3 of these people a lot, and then the newest one is Pat Coyle, and he's now joined our faculty, and he's brilliant, and it's always fun to play with everybody. So we had a good time.
Now,
I think we played a good selection of.
Yes.
We try to. Of course, we got Rosanna Eckert, who's just full of talent and personality, and so you can't go wrong with that. But she also writes nice tunes, so we try to mix it up, and we know we're not in a jazz club, so we're playing some Michel Legrand, some original tunes, and some swingers and some rock things, and just kind of mix it up.
Everything really flowed.
I'm glad you thought so. We worked on that. I've been working on what we were going to play for about 6 weeks, thinking about it and preparing stuff. And we have a book with about 32 tunes. We played 9. So when you're playing jazz tunes, they take a little longer.
Now, you worked with the McPherson College and high school and all the different
that was quite an event.
Tell me about that experience.
Well, it's their 2nd annual jazz festival, and they had, I think, 22 bands, and we spent a half an hour with those 2 bands in 2 locations so we could get it done, and they would play for us, and then we go up and give them some helpful tips. And I tell you, we were knocked out with 1, the talent level, and 2, how attentive and respectful they were. I tell you, the kids around here are just absolutely top notch. And we heard some terrific bands. We heard some bands that are just getting started and developing, and then we heard everything in between. So
amazing stuff. Now, what did you think of the theater here today?
Oh man, it's beautiful. It's amazing. I was trying to remember. I grew up around here, and I think they might have shown movies here for a while. Did they? But it was the rake was completely different. They must have filled it in.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the balconies. Yeah, I think we came over here on dates and stuff like that. We either went here or Newton or Wichita.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing a couple movies over here. Might there have been another theater north of 56?
You might be thinking of the old Fox Theater, which is that Steeple Theater.
Yeah, that's probably
in
where
Salina.
we went. Here. This highway, right here in town.
There was a drive-in, and there was another movie theater.
That's probably where we went. I would have remembered this with all the balconies. So it's really a terrific job. This is happening all over in towns this size. Like Emporia has the Granada and this, and of course some of the bigger cities like Cincinnati, they started revitalizing and renovating these beautiful old vaudeville theaters, basically. They were called opera houses, but there might have been some opera singing, but they didn't stage operas. It was vaudeville shows. You can see a poster up there of kind of racially insensitive.
Oh, yes.
That was vaudeville was the race thing was really part of the deal.
Just a commonplace.
Yeah, I mean, it was actors in blackface, and sometimes they had black actors in blackface. It's a big part of the tradition of which led to jazz in America. Like Ken Burns in his are we running out of time?
No.
Okay. Ken Burns in his jazz series, he talks about, and he has somebody, I can't remember who it is, but I think it's Gary Giddings. And Gary Giddings points out that vaudeville was the first national entertainment because the shows traveled everywhere. And even if you were in a little town like McPherson, you probably saw the same acts that you might have seen in Philadelphia. And the same jokes and the same songs.
Yeah.
It was like the first mass media thing in America, and it unified taste about music, and which led to, you know, when jazz finally took hold and then it could be recorded, it took off, and it became America's popular music in the 30s, you know.
Well, I can see why after your performance tonight.
Well, you know, there ain't no jazz tunes on the. I was looking at USA Today and they have the pop charts. None of those are jazz tunes. But anyway, there's still an audience. People still love to hear this music, and it's, you know, there's a lot of different kinds of jazz. Some jazz I don't like. I told the students yesterday that, you know, you may not like all the jazz you hear. It doesn't matter. But there's probably something that you'll like, you know.
Yeah.
And so I give them 4 artists that I think are really accessible, and that's Chet Baker, Dexter Gordon, Horace Silver on piano, J.J. Johnson, Paul Desmond on saxophone, and Grant Green. Those are very melodic, sometimes blues-oriented players.
Yeah.
That are real appealable to young ears. You know, not too much confusing. You don't want to throw somebody, you know, "Sunship" by John Coltrane. That's a little deep.
Well, I appreciate you doing this. Thanks
It's
for
my
talking
pleasure.
to us.
Always my pleasure.
And you're going to be at the Roxy in Wichita?
Yeah, we start tomorrow. We're going to go 8 to 10:30. That's on 412 Douglas.
Yeah.
412 South Douglas.
And then what are you back
And we're
to?
driving to Tulsa and doing the Jazz Hall of Fame in Tulsa, which is a nice venue. It's pretty amazing. It's a restored train depot. It's called the Jazz Depot.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool, and we're looking forward to. Hope we have a nice crowd there too. This was great tonight.
Well, thank you, my friend.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
My pleasure.
Thank you much.
Thank you.